Hello, in this video I'm going to explain how to use some of the more important features for students in Microsoft Teams. First off, Microsoft Teams, if you don't have that pinned to your start bar, to your taskbar, I'd recommend doing that because it's a program that you use quite frequently in virtual learning. One of the first things I do whenever you open Teams is to click on your profile picture in the top right corner to then scroll down and check for updates. Teams is updated relatively frequently and make sure that you have the most recent version of Teams. Second of all, some of the functions in Teams, some of the different settings that you might want to go through and change. Number one, I would always auto start the application. Open application in the background. On close, keep the application running. Disable GPU hardware acceleration. That'll make Teams run a little bit faster. And then leave these last two unchecked at the bottom. Would be my recommendation so your Teams will run as fast as possible. You also might want to change the notifications. If you get just tons of notifications pop-ups on your screens, go ahead, scroll through those, change to whatever you find most appropriate. When you are trying to join a Teams meetings, one of the things that I would recommend is to mute yourself before you enter the room. If you want to have your camera on, you can blur your background with the background filters. A lot of people will use blur as an option, just so whatever's behind you isn't seen, so you have a little bit of privacy, or you can turn your video off. Once you join Teams, some of the features that you are going to use most frequently, one is you can turn on or off your camera, mute or unmute yourself. My recommendation would be to just stay muted unless you have something in particular to say, so we don't have a whole bunch of background noise. You can raise your hand, thumbs up, some way to give your teacher an idea of what's going on. You can show the participants in the room. If you wanted to see who is in a given room, you can show conversation. So most of the time what I'd recommend is to show conversation so that if anyone writes anything that you can respond to them. Sometimes you may want to share your screen. So if your teacher makes you a presenter, as opposed to just someone who is a attendee of a meeting, you can share your screen. And so if you share your screen, click on this rectangle up button. What you can do is choose which window or which screen to share. If you just want to share whatever's on your screen, you can click on screen one. Otherwise, you can choose any of the different windows or different applications that you have open. That is the end of this video explaining how to use some basic functions in Teams. Thank you very much. Have a great day.